Hey guys, this is Yugu. Today I'll be reviewing the RGB skin, because everything's better when it's RGB, right? Now, the first thing I noticed when I opened this skin is the fact that everything, and I mean everything, is crooked. While this can be a nice aesthetic if executed correctly, most of the time it just leads to the skin feeling unsettling, as is the case with this skin. Everything on the menu fits with the RGB theme, and the black back color gives it a nice pop as well. But almost every button in this skin has a pixel-wide border of white due to poor Photoshop work, taking the simplicity of this skin and giving it a kick right in the teeth. The song selection buttons are nice and simple, and the stars give an accurate representation of star rating. The font the buttons and rankings are in looks like it got ripped right from a B-rated sci-fi horror film, and is a little too squished to be easily readable. There is not one mod in this skin that fits the theme of another. Some of them are simple and clean, and others are detailed and complicated, taking the synergy that would be expected here and 360 no-scoping it. But the mods are nonetheless easy to understand and Score V2 is skinned, but that could have been done with some better uniformity in the mod symbols. The ranking screen has a clean, simple look to it. It follows the RGB theme of the skin very well, and the crooked aesthetic actually looks kinda okay here. But believe me when I say that this will be the only part of the skin that you hear me say that. The dark gray back color of the ranking screen emphasizes the score markers and numbers, which are all easy to distinguish from each other. The accuracy percentage area has a couple problems though. The percentage sign is red and contrasts the white text for the percentage, therefore making it a fish out of water next to the rest of the scoreboard. The decimal point also overlaps the last C in the word accuracy at the bottom. The numbers are in the same awful low-budget sci-fi film font from before and are still hard to read. The ranking letters look average, not anything too special. The circles are average and nothing stands out about them too much, but the combo color circle is a bit off center, but that's just me nitpicking. The slider border color and combo colors fit the theme, but I wish the slider border had been gray rather than red since it doesn't match the blue and green combo colors all too well. The cursor is yellow with a white inside, which makes it difficult to lose track of it during gameplay due to its contrast with the combo colors. Combo numbers are hard to read and distract from gameplay because of their complexity and inconsistency. There is an outer circle that shows up on some notes that makes the notes seem larger than they actually are, leading to misses. This was aggravating constantly during gameplay. It was like it itched that when you scratch it, it goes away, but then it comes back 30 seconds later, then you keep scratching it, it goes away and comes back, and it just never goes away. Spinners are awesome to look at and are fun and satisfying to complete. It feels like you're slowly cracking open a cold one with a... Wait. No, don't do that. Score markers are smaller versions of the default ones except the miss, which is its normal size. The miss sound and hit sounds are also default except for one, which is kinda like a snappy sound. But like not. The skip button is animated, and it's also animated fairly well. Pause and fail screens are average, but the fail music is way too loud, and makes you want to kill yourself instead of calming you down from that Cookie Z Blue Zenith fail that you just experienced. The key input area looks like it was skinned as an afterthought, and looks pretty messy. The hit effect circles are too solid and distract from gameplay, and can even be confused with circles if playing a faster map. The theme is once again followed very well, and the color for the note rack is gray, making the notes pop out. The rack is also centered instead of off to the side.
Gee, I hope the rack is in the center. I don't want to see that
The crooked aesthetic has returned with a vengeance though, this time turning every note slightly sideways, making it very difficult to read notes. Notes are also one solid color, including slider notes, making the gameplay even more difficult to read. For the song selection screen, I'd give this skin a 3 out of 5. The skin would have definitely gotten a better score if it hadn't been for those white borders around the buttons and the awful mod buttons. For the ranking screen, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. It functioned well and looks good with the crooked aesthetic, but the score font brought it down. For standard gameplay, a 3 out of 5. It definitely could have been cared for better, and there were way too many distractions that pulled from actual gameplay. For Mania, a 2 out of 5. The gameplay was overall too hard to read to be functional, and just couldn't make it in a serious gameplay situation. As for the type of skin this would be, I'd say it's an art skin. And that's it, later.